Dear Sally, in January 2020, the first person in the United States was infected with the coronavirus. This was an airborne virus that led to a pandemic. Nobody thought of it as a big deal, which was a big mistake. It gradually started to worsen and rising. Some people were freaking out, and then some still thought it was a hoax. But then on March 16th, schools were shut down and everyone had to be put on online schooling. Then it got even worse. Businesses were shutting down, sports seasons were being canceled, jobs were lost, no toilet paper could be found in any stores. Everyone was required to wear masks, and then we got quarantined to our houses. We couldn't leave and go see our friends or even our family. The USA alone had 8.19 million cases with over 220,000 deaths. It was a very easily spread virus, which was why it was so dangerous. You could even get the virus without knowing you had it and then spread it to other people, which was why it was so important that everyone stayed home unless absolutely necessary. But quarantine was really bad on everyone's mental health, and no one knew what to do with themselves. Some people still didn't think it would affect them and would still leave their house to go to parties. These were the stupid people who weren't staying safe. We want to help you know what to expect when it comes around for you. We have left a flash drive for you full of advice and everything you need to know for what is coming in the future. We hope you stay safe and follow our advice. Love, all your friends from 2023.
Hey Sally, it's Rebecca. I just wanted to tell you about the recent happenings on TikTok. Ever since quarantine ended and things have started to open up, more and more TikTok creators have been found partying during the pandemic. It's honestly pretty ridiculous because do they think they're like invincible or something? Because they're not. But a lot of them have been throwing these humongous parties that definitely don't follow social distancing guidelines. And what's worse is that they're posting videos of it. Like, hello, how stupid can you get? I guess their desire to be famous and blow up on social media is stronger than the common sense it takes to try and beat the curve of the virus. They are all getting a lot of heat, but some of them are even getting canceled, but I really doubt that they'll get some actual punishment. But seriously though, be prepared to stay home. Don't go out and don't go to huge parties. There will most definitely be someone there who has COVID. Partying during the pandemic is really frustrating. And I don't want you to be one of those people who gets a lot of heat on social media for going to a party, or worse, gets sick from going to one. Also, be extra careful what you actually do post on social media if you do go out, because people probably won't like what you post because it won't fit their feelings of how social distancing should be followed, no matter what stage you're in. So remember to stay safe. Also, check out this skit that Brittany and I put together to show you what I go through at work. Hi, ma'am. Welcome in. How can I help you?
Hi, sweetheart. How you doing? I just came to return this because it just don't fit me.
All right. Yeah, I got you. Do you have a mask with you?
I have one, I do, but I can't really breathe in those things, so I'm not gonna wear one.
Okay. Yeah. Well, it is store policy that you have to wear the mask while you're inside the store.
Well, ma'am, I disagree. You see, my doctor told me I have this thing called asthma, if you know what that is, and I think that's a pass for me not to wear one because I could pass out. Do you really want someone passing out in your establishment?
Okay. Yes, I understand, ma'am. But our store policy is that we do require all customers to wear a mask while they're in the store, regardless of any exemptions.
I mean, I'm standing 6 feet away from everybody. You got a mask on, they got mask on. Isn't that protecting me?
Okay. Yeah. Well, it's more about protecting other people around you, ma'am. But I'm sorry, that's just store policy.
Well, I think your policy is a violation of my American rights. You see, this is a free country, right? But you're denying me my right to breathe. Well, ain't nothing free about that. You want me to shout it out to the world? I can't breathe. Ain't nothing free about that.
Okay, ma'am. Well, I'm sorry that you feel that way, but you are free to shop online if you want to, but you can't be in the store if you won't wear a mask.
I want to speak to your manager. I think this type of behavior will not be accepted in my presence.
Okay, our manager isn't here right now, but I'd be happy to take a message for you if you'd like.
Well, then I want your badge number. I'm going to report you and I'm going to report this store to corporate. I just came here to return something that didn't fit me and you're forcing me to put on a mask?
Yep.
Well, I think I'll take my business
Policy, ma'am. Don't know what to tell you.
to Target, maybe.
All right. Well, you have a wonderful day, ma'am.
Good day. Wow, that Karen really needed to relax. Her making that employee's day more difficult wasn't going to solve any problems. Speaking of relaxation, this quarantine has left many people worried and unfortunately even more struggling. Some have taken up hobbies and skills to distract themselves while others are going crazy being stuck in the house. I've noticed that at this time no one's really paying attention to themselves and everyone's so worried about someone or something else that they don't take that moment to themselves to breathe. Well, I've noticed and I've learned the importance of taking that moment, and you should too. Humans aren't perfect, and no matter what new invention, what new phenomenon, or what new discovery there is, we never will be. Look, Sally, it's fine if you need to take a moment to relax. It's perfectly okay. Slow down every now and then. If you need to, put your phone down, turn the TV off, and just do you.
During in-person school, I didn't really have any time to actually sit down and think about what I wanted to do with myself style-wise. I spent every spare moment I had just trying to rest or finish up some random piece of schoolwork. It was a very stressful time. Over quarantine, though, I was kind of forced to just think about myself and just think by myself in general a lot, and that sucked. But I was able to find out a lot about myself. This happened to my friends, and over text, we were able to bond over newfound passions and circumstances. Me and my group of friends all really developed our sense of style, and we've really grown to love fashion. I've personally always loved clothes, but quarantine has really given me some time to develop my own personal style. For a while, I tried to dress a bit more normal, but thanks to quarantine and my friends, I finally started to dress the way my younger self always wanted. It's become more than just a passion for me, and I've learned how to sew and where all the good vintage and thrift stores are. I made friends with the owners and employees, and the best part is that my friends are always there to listen to me when I've decided that I need to go on and on about something. I know you like fashion too, so take this time to really figure out yourself and how you want to dress. Anyways, I have a lot of chemistry homework. I should call Dave. Hey Dave, do you have the answers to the chemistry assignment? It's like 15 pages and I have no idea what to do.
Yeah, I saw it. I didn't do it, but I saw it.
Well, that's helpful. It's like 15 pages and he gave it to us last night. I have no idea what to do and all this dimensional analysis stuff. He didn't even cover it in class. I don't know what he wants us to do, and then I texted him for help. Got left on red. And then I emailed him and he just responded that it's chemistry honors and that we did cover it in class and something else. We also have a test on Friday. No study guide for that, obviously. I have to make my own study guide. It's not like it's his job, but it's fine. And then I also have all these other assignments that I have no time to do anymore because I have to do 15 pages of chemistry homework. I have all my teachers are leaving me on red and they won't respond to emails and I don't know what they're thinking that they're doing. What? It's not funny. It's not funny. It, why are you laughing at me? I ask perfectly normal questions and I'm not weird. Do they just not like me?
I mean, possibly.
What do you mean?
What I'm saying is Mr. Howard may not like you.
Why? Why would you say that?
I mean, pay attention in his class. I wouldn't like you either.
I do pay attention. What do you? Well, maybe I don't pay attention, but that's not my fault. It's boring.
I mean, you got to see it from his point of view.
His point of view? What is that supposed to mean? He's a grown man.
What do you do in his class?
Nothing.
Listen, there's probably a reason.
You're not helping. Bye.
Okay. I'm glad she hung up. I have a doctor's appointment anyway. So Sally, I was at the doctor's office. By far the scariest place. And now that I have the COVID vaccine, I had to go and get it. I shouldn't have been there. I hate needles. I started getting that feeling again. You know that feeling when you're about to do something that you know you aren't comfortable with? That awkward energy that's coursing through your entire body? That anxious feeling. It's the worst. I don't know why, but I was terrified. Being as old as I was at the time and afraid of a little old needle still. So embarrassing. And obviously, I couldn't let the nurse see that I was scared. She would have laughed at me. Thought I was being a child. I'm not a child. I hope that she was gentle on my arm though. But who was I kidding? I knew it was gonna suck. The doctor took so long. I've been sitting there for the past 35 minutes, wishing that they forget that I'm there. I just wanted to go home. Of course, I didn't have service, but I possibly think anything would make that moment better for me. Man, Sally, that wait felt like an eternity.
Hi, Sally. It's Blake from the book club. You know, COVID-19 has a lot of pros and cons, especially for us introverts. Now that we're forced to stay inside our homes, I have time to read the past of books on my shelf. Reading is good for the soul and heart, and nothing beats lying comfortably on my bed reading a good story. However, we can't go to bookstores anymore and buy new ones to read. I prefer reading physical books over reading digitally, but at least I have a dozen waiting to be read. Sometimes when I feel isolated and alone, I pick up a book and read away to a fictional world. For a moment, I feel less lonely when I'm reading. The amazing thing about stories is that it can bring you anywhere, even in a fake place. Quarantine had made people miss going outside, and so do I. But through books, I imagine being in the stories as if I'm one of the characters. So weirdly, I didn't miss going outside that much. Books are one of the things that kept me going through this pandemic, and maybe it can help you as well. Oh hey, my friend Kumaro is calling me. Talk to you later.
Hi, Blake. How's it going? It's been a while since we talked.
I know, right? COVID-19 is stressing me out. I mean, I can't go anywhere or do anything at home, but I'm doing fine. How about you?
Yeah, same. My friends and I have been playing this game called Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Do you want to join?
I'm not really sure. I don't play games and I don't have any motivation to do anything. The only time I go outside is when I need to go to the bathroom or to get food.
Wow, you're really struggling, huh? Come on, it's fun. It's about you're an attorney, a defense attorney, and you're trying to defeat the prosecutors so you can find the non-guilty verdict.
Okay, that actually sounds fun. Let me get my phone and download it. Okay, I'm ready.
Take that! Oh yeah, we won! Hey, you've been quiet. What's on your mind?
Hmm, ever since quarantine happened, I've been busy worrying about COVID-19 and when it's going to end. I feel sad and anxious all the time. And all I do is lay on my bed scrolling through TikTok. One time, I scrolled too far that I ended up on straight TikTok.
I knew it. Everybody's going through the same thing, Blake. But listen, I know you don't do well when you're alone in your room. So call me or text me when you need someone to keep you company.
Yeah, thank you, Kumaru. You always know the right words to say.
We can't really tell when coronavirus going away, but you shouldn't worry about it too much. Look on the bright side. We now have the time to catch up on each other.
I know, I know. Shall we start the game?
Take that.
Hey, let's go! We won! I almost forgot how fun it is hanging out with you.
You're welcome.
Maybe this is what I need, a stress-free time with my friends. I haven't been this happy since quarantine.
That's good to hear.
Do you want to play another round or play a different game?
For real? I thought you didn't play
I
games.
mean, why not? We've got all the time in the world.
Okay, after this one, let's play a different game.
Okay, bet.
I got to go. I have some really cool recipes I want to share with Sally. Cooking is fun. I cook with my family, but I usually cook with my aunt. Cooking is one of my favorite things to do while COVID's going on. I made so many recipes such as rice and beans and Egyptian bechamel. You know, cooking can help you de-stress, especially if you're cooking with family. Some really good food recipes for stress are sausage and lentil soup and split pea soup. Food is something you do with family. If you want to cook with your family and make big meals. I know you really can't find many things in the store, such as meat and rice, but you can always order food through Amazon or make something new with things that you have at home. No matter what, you can cook with your family and have fun.
During quarantine, I was honestly bored out of my mind, and I can understand why you would be too. Like, when I tell you I literally could not go out, I'm being so serious because I couldn't go out with friends. I couldn't go to the store, like down the street from me with my mom or my dad. And it was just really boring. So I realized I needed to do something to occupy my time. And something I could really recommend is going outside or like taking a nice breath of fresh air, or I don't know, maybe running if you want to. I just feel like it's really important because it can help your physical health, and it can just be good for you to like go outside instead of staying home all the time. Something that I was doing during quarantine was that I was running every day, and not only did I improve my running time, I was also able to like get some healthy weight for my legs, and I was really proud of myself, and I even was like gaining self-love for myself just doing that. And I don't know, I'd recommend it if you want to try it. And um I realized that in quarantine, since we're all of us are stuck at home, I feel like it's really good to like work on ourselves or like have time for ourselves, because I feel like it can improve our mental health maybe, or like our self-love. And I don't know, we just have more time for it more than ever right now. And well, I hope this helps, and good luck, Sally. And I hope you enjoy this next funny skit of me being a reporter and Donald Trump. Mr. President, do you have any new updates on when the vaccines will come out, whether it be this year or in January of 2021?
It will come out soon, very, very soon. I have a great plan. I'm gonna make America great, this economy amazingly. People will love me. I'm like the best president ever. The vaccine will come very, very soon.
Okay, well, that's great. Anyways, I wanted to ask you, how has COVID-19 affected America?
It has not affected the American people that much. It will go down. America's great. I will make America great again. And it will go down. People are not dying. We're being safe. And it's going to be gone like the flu. And I'm amazing.
Okay, well, you do realize that the cases each day have been getting worse. And you know you could have prevented this, right? You were warned by social media, you were warned by the news, and you were most likely warned by the White House first. Why didn't you do anything to prevent it when you had the chance?
Because that's all fake news. I don't listen to fake news. And everything's doing great. We're gonna be fine. It's gonna be gone like the flu. America's great. I'm great. I'm the best president we ever got.
Okay, and last question. How has COVID-19 affected you, Mr. President?
Make it, even though I got it, it made me feel 20 years younger. I'm gonna be a better president after this. I have a plan, and I'm gonna make America great again. The economy's gonna be soaring up through now. I'm gonna open things back up, and everything's gonna be great.
Okay, thank you for your time, Mr. President.
Hello, Sally. Donald J. Trump here. I'm gonna give you some amazing advice with the virus. You don't have to worry about it. It's all fine. I'm great. You're great. Just get your bleach, get your cereal, get Lysol, Clorox, Windex, whatever's a disinfectant, and just bombs up. You'll be fine. Everybody will be fine. It will go down. I am the most amazing president. Just listen to me. You'll be fine. And I need my bleach to drink. I just want to feel near death for me. We're all going to be fine in the world, which is going to be nice. It will go down. Sally.
Hey Sally, my name is Ricard. I was in your math class. I'm here to help you for 2020. Dang, that year was the worst. But for 2020, you're going to need a distraction. While you sit inside all day, I know it's going to feel like all you do is eat, sleep, and go to school every single day. So, what I did to help that was brushing my hair. Brushing my hair made me feel like I wasn't doing the same thing every single day. I couldn't even get my hair cut because all the barbershops was closed. And when I wanted to get some products for my hair, there was these things called masks. You probably heard of it a lot. Warning, it was the worst. I could barely breathe. But if you did forget your mask, you have to go all the way back to the house and come all the way back just to get your products. And when some barbershops opened up, mine was still closed. And I was ready to get my hair cut. And when I got back to get my first haircut from quarantine, it was closed. So I called my barber Zay. Hey Zay, it's Makai. I'm at the barbershop. You were supposed to cut my hair today.
Oh, hey, Makai. Yeah, sorry. Forgot to cancel the appointment. I won't be able to cut your hair, man,
Wait, why?
because the shop is closed for 2 weeks.
Why is it closed? Everything just opened back up.
Because someone who had COVID got their hair cut, and I could be a potential carrier because I was around them.
Well, I need a haircut because I have a very important job interview tomorrow.
Oh, my bad. I truly am sorry, but I can't cut your hair because if I cut your hair, I could give it to you and spread it, or even worse, you might die.
So I will die for a haircut right now.
Well, can you please wait 2 weeks after the quarantine, which I would then be able to cut your hair?
Well, I can't just reschedule my job interview.
Well, not to be rude, but you're gonna have to figure it out, man. Sorry.
What do you want me to do? Cut my own hair?
If that's what you feel like you need to do, then go for it. I'm rooting for you.
No, I need you to cut my hair.
Well, I'm not gonna jeopardize one life over billions.
Okay, I get that, but I need a haircut bad right now.
Okay, let me think. Oh, I got it. I have a friend. His shop isn't too far from mine. I could get him to cut your hair if that's all right with you.
I don't know. Because you've been cutting my hair for like years now.
Come on now, I wouldn't let anyone who wasn't good at their job cut you, Makai.
Yeah, but I don't trust no other barber but you.
I'm sure if you want a haircut that bad, then you'll let him cut your hair. Think about it. Don't you want to look sharp?
Yeah, you're right. I should just take my risk and get my haircut from your friend. Thanks. Have a great day.
No problem, man. You too. Anyway, Sally, I know you love to travel to see your family in Cali, like I love to go to Charlotte and see mine. But in 2020, you won't be able to do that because in 2020, COVID-19 spreads around the world like crazy, and many people will get infected, and the numbers will rise in hundreds by the hour. And on top of that, you never know who has it unless you were to get tested, which then you would have to wait 2 to 3 weeks for the results. I mean, your family could have it for all you know. So yeah, you won't be able to see your family physically, but don't worry at all because thank God for phones, because for sure you'll need them more now than ever in 2020. Anyways, you'll be able to FaceTime your family and Skype them and even Zoom them, and it will only last until 2021. So relax, don't panic, even though it may seem like a long time, at least it won't last past 2023. And trust me, I would know because that's the year I'm in. So anyway, Sally, I really do wish you the best. Good luck, Sally.
Hey, Sally, it's Jin. I think you're going to have a hard time, and I absolutely understand what you're about to go through when coronavirus breaks out. You may not understand what I'm saying right now, but soon you will. Now, I think the best way to cope with it is try to find something to do. And for me, that was drawing. Drawing was an escape. It was a breakthrough for me because I got to be able to do a lot of things, to create a lot of things that I felt proud of. And I feel like you could do the same. Now, there's lots of forms of drawing. You could draw on a piece of paper or on a tablet. I prefer the tablet, but that's something for another day. I feel like you could do a lot more if you chose something else besides drawing. Maybe you chose writing, literature, sculpting. A lot of things could help form as an outlook. And I think that's something you should do. Now, I have a friend that's about to call and we're gonna discuss about drawing some more. See you later.
Hey, Jen.
Hey, Callie. How you doing?
I've been good. How have you been?
I've been great. I got this new iPad that does a lot of things for drawing.
Really? How does that work?
Well, It's quite simple. So one of the things you can do is just change the pen size with a click of a button, and you can use the paint bucket tool to color in and fill in, and it's almost instantaneous.
Well, I guess that's true, but I like to use pencil and paper to draw.
Well, you can use pencil and paper, but I believe that using a tablet is so much better and superior as well than just using pencil on paper.
But when I use pencil and paper, I like to take my time. That's just what I like to do to pass the time during quarantine.
I think that's understandable, but I feel like you could still pass time and you can make everything such higher quality while using something like a tablet.
Well, what about Donald Trump and everything? That's everybody's been talking about that during quarantine. It's very stressful. What do you think?
Well, one, Donald Trump isn't really my favorite artist to think about right now. You've seen that hairstyle and his tan.
Oh yeah,
Also, when does Donald Trump not stress people out?
good point, but I just thought I'd bring it up. But what if he could secretly draw? That'd be amazing.
Well, it'd be hard for him to draw considering his presidential status, but if he did, it'd definitely be easier to do a tablet because it'll be done quicker. So he could draw.
Yeah, that's true. Well, back to the tablet. How is it easier to draw since you're talking about you have to do all this shading and stuff? Like, is it fun? Explain
It's
that.
it's amazing. I mean, everything is done quicker. The pixels, you can do everything pixel by pixel, or you could do everything in a mass production. And I think with shading, it's just something that you can't do on pencil and paper as quickly. And I feel like the next time I see you drawing it better be on a tablet.
Okay. Okay, the next time you see me, I won't be drawing with pencil and paper, and I'll make sure that I get a tablet too, so that you'll see me drawing on it and I can tell you all the new things that I've learned.
Great. I'm glad we came to an agreement. See
Yeah.
you later.
Bye. Hi Sally, this is Callie. So it's quarantine. We're basically all dead at this point. And I was thinking to myself, I was thinking, what could I do to help pass the time during quarantine? And then it came to me. I thought I could draw. Drawing is calming and it's helped me get through quarantine. It helps me pass the time, and it's been things like social media that inspire me to draw. Um, and that's only because of what's been going on to keep me distracted. And because we all get bored, I get bored. And um my friend Jin, he thinks otherwise. I know that you just heard me talking to him and everything, and we had that whole conversation about drawing with pencil and paper versus drawing with a tablet. But anyway, I hope uh, you're doing okay. And how's quarantine affected you so far? And I hope that maybe you'll consider drawing as a hobby too.
The most important thing I want you to remember is make sure that you take care of yourself mentally. In March of 2020, they will tell you 2 weeks. That's what they say it will be. Everyone will put their lives on hold for 2 weeks and then life will go back to normal again. Well, don't be shocked when these 2 weeks get extended. Sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but the pandemic won't just disappear. For me, as the weeks started to go by, I could feel my anxiety starting to worsen. It will be a weird transition for you from constantly being able to go places to having to stay home every single day. I try to keep my mind distracted like I did before quarantine, but I feel like whatever I did, my anxiety had gotten the best of me. If you begin to feel like this, don't be alarmed. It's okay to not feel okay. But do not feel like you're alone in how you are feeling, and even more, don't be afraid to tell someone about it. I didn't tell anyone for the longest time. Everyone was going through so much, I didn't want to burden anyone with my problems. But trust me, once you tell someone about how you are feeling, you'll be so relieved. That's what happened with me and my aunt. She texted me one night asking about how I was doing. For a moment, I wanted to lie to her and tell her that everything was good and I was just fine. But at that point, I felt like I needed to tell someone about it. So I told her everything. She suffers from anxiety herself, so she told me about some of the ways that she coped with it. She knows how much I like literature, so she suggested that I kept a journal and write in every single day about how I was feeling. The more I would write, the more that anxious feeling just started to fade. If you start to feel out of place with your feelings, tell a loved one. Even if you think they will not understand, they will. And find something to ease your mind, like I did with journaling. And also, do not feel discouraged if someone does not understand how you feel. I talked to one of my friends the other day, Lynn, and let's just say she did not fully understand where I was coming from.
Hey, what have you been up to? I feel like we haven't talked in forever.
Yeah, I know, it's been a while.
Well, what have you been doing?
Nothing really. I've just been staying home a lot of the time, since I live with my grandma and I don't want to get her sick.
That sucks. I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, I'd rather be safe than sorry. But how about you? How have you been doing?
Oh, well, yesterday I went to Grace's party. It was so crazy. Oh my gosh.
You mean the party that had a COVID outbreak?
Yeah, but only like a couple of people actually got sick.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been hanging out like every day with friends because honestly, this whole fear over COVID is dumb anyways. Like who actually gets sick from it? And hardly anyone has died. I'll be fine. Anyway, how have you actually been?
Well, to be honest, I really haven't been doing that well.
Really? How come?
I've just been having a lot of anxiety attacks lately. Not being able to see people has been really hard for me. I've been feeling pretty depressed actually, but I don't want to go out and, bring back COVID to my house.
Well, I mean, it is kind of your fault you're so anxious.
What do you mean?
I mean, it is your choice not to go out and hang with friends, so why are you complaining about it? Just go out again if it makes you that miserable.
I don't think you understand. There's like a really big risk for my family if I do that.
I do understand, but if you start going out again, your anxiety will get better.
My anxiety is just not going to magically go away after going out one time. Plus, what if this one time I end up getting it?
Well, then you'll get it and you'll be immune to it, so.
You know what? As much as I've enjoyed this conversation, I think I have to go now.
Okay, let me know when you decide to start moping and go back out again. If you do, we should totally hang.
I think you have better friends to hang out with, like Miss Rona or something.
Who?
I have to go.
Okay, bye, I guess. I know what you just saw, and if I'm being honest, I'm really embarrassed about that conversation. I was just being stupid. I messed up, and all I can do now is just grow from it and try to be a better person. If I'm being honest, I struggled with my mental health during COVID too, and I feel pretty guilty about being so dismissive of Ashlyn's struggles. I did find ways to cope with isolation too, though, even if I failed to take it seriously. What I did was I immersed myself in video games. I think everyone should play video games in some capacity. I've really discovered how important they are of an art form. They somehow find a way to touch really important parts of our lives. Quarantine kicked off with the new Animal Crossing, and it seemed like everyone was playing it. I was amazed at how this game seemed to pull people out of a dark hole. People spent hours creating these little miniature worlds separate from the chaos unfolding around us. For me, games can provide these little escapes, outlets allowing us to create tiny works of art. I tend to prefer games like this, but other ones, like FPS and RPGs, can be a great way to really release pressure and anger. Every detail of them, from the expert music to the compelling character designs, they find a way to reach people, whether someone just needs an escape or a mind-bending story. I also like to watch other people play games. Just last week, I was wrapped up in a playthrough of Last of Us. If you can't find the strength to play a game, watch one. These interactive worlds speak to us in ways that other forms of media just can't. For anyone struggling in isolation, reach out to a game.
I wanted to say thank you to all my friends for such great advice. You guys really helped me out through the pandemic and you kept my mental health up and you really let me know what to expect. So for that, I really want to say thank you. It helped a lot.
Of course, anytime.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
You're
Sally.
welcome.
Welcome,
Love
Sally.
you.
You're welcome, Sally.
Glad you're safe.